Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Soulight Hypnotherapy. My name is Kirsten and I have another Trump-related reading for you today. I wanted to just find out what happened to Jamal Khashoggi. I wanted to find out what the U.S. response to Saudi Arabia is going to be in regards to his disappearance. And what will the Saudi response to the U.S. response be? So those are the questions that I posed to the cards. Before we get started, for right now, this is just going to be on my Patreon site, this reading. I may later put it on YouTube, I'm not sure. So if I do put it on YouTube, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Join me on Patreon. And let's go ahead and get started with the reading. So first question, what happened to Jamal Khashoggi? Okay, and hopefully you guys can see I'm kind of in a new position today, and so I'm having a little trouble angling my cards, but the first card up we got is the Ten of Swords, and that was clarified by the City House reversed. Right? So the Ten of Swords, just looking at this card, you know, I would say it's true. They broke him. They tortured him. They cut him up into pieces. Everything is in pieces. They destroyed him. The Ten of Swords is a card of utter ruin, disaster. It's over. You're dead. And then the City Home reversed, to me, represents, you know, home. And the embassy is your home in a foreign land. So I guess here it's representing the embassy. So I believe that the cards are saying that this terrible thing happened inside the embassy, inside the house. There was an exchange of views. There were difficulties in communication, and true feelings were exposed. Next we have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is telling me, hopefully you guys can see that. The Three of Wands is telling me that they were waiting for him. There was something he had to act on immediately in order to carry out a project, plan, or a partnership. That was his business there. The Three of Wands means that one is expecting the arrival of success. So I feel like they knew he was coming, and they were going to get him. I pulled one Sibilla just to kind of link these two events, and I got the Casa card, which in a sense is like this city house again, right? So this could be the embassy again. But for me, my main association with the card is the White House now, since I do all these political readings. So I feel like not only does this represent the embassy, but it also represents our present White House and the bodies of power that are within our White House. Now the White House, this card provides protection and stability for whoever it is next to in the reading, right? So this person here is dead. So it's obviously providing protection and stability for the ones who are waiting for him, for Khashoggi. It was protecting them. So I believe that they I believe that they knew about it. They knew it was going to happen. It also is telling me that Khashoggi himself shared this energy, and he knew what he was getting into. He was expecting it. He was expecting what he got as well, and he knew what was going to happen going into the house. So I clarified this Casa card, which is a card of protection and secrets. And the card that I got was weakness, which means a serious threat. So I guess we as America, Trump, we are threatening Saudi Arabia now, right? But at the same time, we're protecting them. So something's funny going on. And I'm confused because this card says that we're in major danger of a conflict with Saudi Arabia if we continue to threaten them. Next, I got the world reversed. And I feel like we're talking about Khashoggi again. I feel like they were waiting. I feel like they were waiting for Khashoggi. Okay, the world's reversed. I just wanted you to see it up close. Like a lone man, you know, knowing you did like that final walk. I feel like they were waiting for Khashoggi, having some unfinished business to complete and to end his world. Maybe literally, you know. The world reverse is also saying that the world is upset by this incident. And there's a lot of money riding on this table. I don't believe that there will be sanctions, as there's too much long-term money riding on this table. Next we have the Tower. Again, in this deck, it looks like a White House or an embassy, right? And it's a place of doom. Here, I believe this is telling me, because it's next to this Ace of Cups reversed, that there's going to be a fault on a promise, and this could be a disaster looming. Disaster looming, it could be disaster looming, or it could be some sort of revelation or a breakthrough. I'm not sure exactly what that means. But I clarified the Tower with the important revelation card. So I think this is referring to Turkey. I think Turkey will reveal the truth to the U.S. There will be an important revelation, a breakthrough in the case, most likely, and it will cause the U.S. to have to make a decisive choice or decision. It says that we will become aware of the true happenings of Khashoggi, I believe, that the proof will be evident. Important revelation says that something that happened in private, something that happened in secret is revealed. And great tact and diplomacy is going to be called for and is cautioned, be warned. So the way we handle this is it's a very delicate situation, how we're going to have to handle this, because I believe that the evidence will be, you can't refute the evidence. Next we got this letter card, which is telling me there may be a big announcement or a news release about the revelation. But I feel like there might be missing information. Maybe they won't give us all the information about it, but I do believe that they will have proof of what happened to him. So I think that the rumors are true, what happened to Khashoggi. The cards pretty much are backing it up. And I think that the Ace of Cups is saying that there will be a broken promise or a default on a promise as a result, which I'm not sure what that means. But a relationship or the trust in a relationship is broken. So next I wanted to know what will be the U.S. response to Saudi Arabia regarding his disappearance. And I got the Fool card, clarified with some money. So I think the Fool is Trump's energy. I think Trump still wants to be friends with Saudi Arabia, with his big friend, Saudi Arabia. And it's all about some money. But he's not going to have a choice. I think he's going to have to act. Still, he will have to be cautious not to lose what he's got, because he doesn't want to lose a deal. The Knight of Pentacles here. And the dark-haired man. I'm feeling like this could be, because this was laid out like this. I laid my clarifiers, guys, and I laid this reading a couple of days ago. Just now getting to it. I was really busy. But the cards were like this. And this is my clarifier. Some money with the Fool, the dark-haired man with Knight of Pentacles, and I believe it was reconciliation here. And then the others are extra clarifiers. All right. So, the Knight of Pentacles and the dark-haired man, I feel like this could either be the same man, referring to the same man, or we're talking about two different men, which would be, I believe, I don't know how to say his name, or I don't know what his full name is, the Saudi Arabian Prince MBS, and Jared Kushner. So I believe like these cards are talking about them, and their relationship is going to, and this was clarified with thought, I think that this relationship is going to cause some doubts and uncertainty, or there may be some doubts and uncertainty within the relationship, okay? So either people are looking at their relationship funny, or their relationship could be in jeopardy when they have to, threaten and take some sort of action on Saudi Arabia, right? So I'm asking, is their relationship in jeopardy? Possibly. But I ask again, well, what is the relationship between these men exactly? What is the relationship between these men exactly? And I got the pensioner. Okay. And it's hard to reenact, because like I told you, I laid this earlier. It's hard to reenact exactly how I laid the cards, but when I lay the cards down, that's how I let them integrate. I do remember specifically laying this card down above the dark-haired man. So I asked the question, what's the relationship between Jared and MBS? And I got the pensioner, which would be the King of Hearts or the King of Cups if it were tarot, which often stands for Putin. I don't know how Putin would be in here, but another meaning for the card is a very rich man with a great fortune. So that could be MBS. There's fruitful business dealings and projects on the table. So, and this is someone who has dominance over others. And since he's over Jared, I feel like he pretty much owns Jared. He has some sort of dominance over Jared and control. So what will be the result of the U.S. response? You know, because they're going to have to act to Saudi Arabia. And I got the Page of Pentacles, all the hard cards to read. I don't like reading court cards. I'm going to have to say perhaps this means the response will be relatively small. I don't think it will impact them too greatly on a financial or trade level. Like I said before, I don't think that there will be sanctions if Trump can help it. It may not be up to him, though. The cards say that, I clarified this, and I got the dark-haired woman. And like I said, I played this a couple of days ago. So I was thinking, well, a woman is going to go negotiate with Saudi Arabia. Turns out that another meaning for this card is secretary. So because the Secretary of State has gone to negotiate. I was going to say a dark-haired woman negotiates something with them. It turns out it's the Secretary of State Pompeo. So I've never seen the Sibillas actually refer to a male with a female card before. So this is a first for me. But I'll just note that this can mean a secretary. So the secretary negotiates something with Saudi Arabia. Something is agreed upon after a small conflict, there will be truce and friendship again. But someone in the deal may prove to be flaky and may not be counted on to keep their promise. Like I said, there may be a broken promise. Not sure what that's referring to. That may have to reveal itself later. It's a double message. But I feel like they'll end up friends again. Well, it will be a short conflict. I don't think that this deal is really gonna, I don't think what we're gonna do in retaliation is really gonna hurt them. I think it's something that they'll both agree to will satisfy maybe the world in response to the situation, but I don't feel like it's really going to in any way hurt the Saudis. That's what I think. But then we get into something that's kind of weird here. In the Saudi response to the U.S., okay, I'm just telling you what I feel. I'm going to stop trying to make sense of everything and make everything, flow. I'm just going to read to you what the cards say. And if they conflict, they conflict. We have to just find out what that means later, What will be the Saudi response to the U.S. response, which will be some type of retaliation, but I don't think it will be too large. And I think that they will agree on what it should be together. But I think that the Saudis will... We have the Hangman and we have the Queen of Swords. We have the Hangman and the Queen of Swords. So I think that their response may be to push back against any threats. They may respond by suspending or delaying a plan or a project. I feel like the U.S. is going to do that. So maybe they'll push back against that. Any suspension or delaying of a project. Maybe it's shared energy. Maybe they'll, if we suspend something of theirs, they'll suspend something of ours. I don't feel like either they or Trump will be happy about that. So So I clarified the Hangman and the Queen of Swords, and I got the Enemy and the Blonde Woman reverse. So these are two pretty bad cards. And again, this is Saudi Arabia's response. So here I feel like there's some kind of agreement what the response should be, but I feel like Saudi's response will be hard. Like their response will be hard. What I feel like they're going to do is they're going to hinder the project or the plan or the deal that Trump wants, the success of that. It says that there's a rival here, and any promises made are fake, are a lie. Neither one of these characters are trustworthy, and they are lying to you, and they are flattering your interests, but they're setting you up for a fall. So that's what I have for the Jamal Khashoggi reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in, and more readings to come. It's just kind of like a weird news week, and I like to feel led what I want to read about, and I'm sure something will come up soon. Okay, so it won't be long before I have another reading for you guys. All right, stay tuned, and God bless you all, and thank you all. Blessings.